You can tell the amount of money someone has in their bank account by looking at their goals they have written down and the 5 people they hang out with.
I got a question for you. At the end of life, and when everything is said and done, it's 2 questions in one.
Okay.
What will the scoreboard read?
Okay.
And what will DJ be known for?
So I have 3 words that I try to guide myself by: rich, conscious, world changer. So I hope that's what I'm known for.
RCW.
Yeah, I like that. I never looked at it that way. You know, when I think of people like Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller, these titans, right? These people that just was bigger than life, man, and they'll be talked about forever. That's the question I often ask myself, because I've heard you die 2 times. One when the body stops working. The second time is when the last person speaks your name. And that's what I think about that, man. I'm like, how long am I going to last? 100 years? 200 years? 300 years? 97 years? Like, so I try to, that's where that Entrepreneur Institute came from, was like, that's something that I could build to help people, but it's super selfish of me, because I'm like, build me a statue out front, bro. Ain't nobody moving me. Dirt's paid for, money left, it's paid for. I ain't ever got to worry about anybody coming and tearing it down. Like, lives longer than this body, because that's still me. That's still Coach Carroll living through that place. So that's what I hope that's what I hope I'm remembered for. The scoreboard, realistically, because, you know, I say think big, but there's certain things in life, like, you got to realize, like, some people just don't make it to, right? Because of where you started at. $1 billion in assets. I don't think, because of the way the game's played now and the way the world works, I don't think I could ever have $1 billion net worth, but I think I could amass $1 billion in assets. And so for me, that's what I hope the scoreboard reads. It's $1 billion in assets, and then leaving an institute that, you know, when 18-year-old DJ is like, yo, bro, I want to take business finance, not history of rock and roll, he's got a place he can go to and do that. And, you know, one of the coolest things, that my idea is that it's an application-only process, that we select our students to the institute by application. It doesn't cost you anything. And if you graduate at the top of your class, which means you've got the best business idea, and the board feels that you have the greatest opportunity to win, you go home with money. You don't go home with debt. Stroking a check for 100 G's. Here you go, man. You graduate top of your class, go do it. Because I feel like this will create a self-perpetual motion of, like, when that kid goes on and then he's 67 and he's got, you know, $100 million worth of assets, maybe he wants to pin $10 million off and give it back to the place that got him started. And it just helps more people. Right. Man, I can see it so clearly. Like, I can close my eyes and walk through the hallways, man. I just know that, you know, I got to play this game right now for another 60 years, and then we'll get there.
I love that you said that. So understand that he said that he can see it, because
it's a vision stuff, man.
You never get in life what you want. You only get what you picture. So if you can't see it, it's not coming.
Absolutely.
It's funny hearing you say that the scoreboard to be $1 billion, because everybody thinks that $1 million is so much. And it might have been 10 years ago, it might have been 20 years ago, but now it's going to take so much money to sustain a life that you really want. And if you really want to be pouring into people, it's going to require a lot of money.
And people don't realize there's stages. So, like, to be a millionaire, there's actually 3 ways you could be a millionaire, in my opinion. You can have $1 million in assets, $1 million in net worth, or $1 million in income, like cash in the bank, right? most people would argue, well, the net worth and the cash is the same thing, but like having $1 million in cash is a whole different ball game than having $1 million in cleared real estate. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I look at that like there's 3 different ways you can get there. And I had $1 million in assets by the time I was 27 and lost it by the time I was 29.
Man.
That's the game you play, though.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Win big, lose big. But I realized, like, now we're back over the hump. Like, you got to ride those waves and have that vision. And I'm telling you, it goes back to those core philosophies. Like, if you don't believe in yourself when no one else will, you'll never be able to see the vision. Because before it can even get into your mind, you're flushing it out yourself, going, well, I could never do that. Mm-hmm. That's why the friends that you keep around you, the people that you keep, like, and I don't even have friends, man, honestly. Like, we're business associates. Like, it's just, I'm on a mission. Mm-hmm. I got my girl, I got my brother, I got my mom, my dad, and my grandma. I got one living grandparent left. Like, that's it. Them's the only people that I'm like, those are my people.
Right.
Those are the only people that get to hear my dreams. Those are the only people that I ask what their thoughts are. The rest of everybody else, like, you are just spectators in their arena, man.
I'm
like,
the same way.
I'm not, and it's not to be mad, and like, I'll kick ideas around with people, but like, that core group, and that's what a lot of you need to audit is, who is that core group for you? Because you can tell the amount of money someone has in their bank account by looking at their goals they have written down, either in their phone or on their pocket, or in paper in their pocket, and the 5 people they hang out with. I can gauge almost to the dollar, because it's just how it works, man.
Well, I got 5 personalities. Not only that, if I'm doing lunch, man, I'm probably watching some YouTube video studying a guru. So those are my associates.
Yeah, man, learning from people. I used to stay up watch YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I learned how to sell. Because I literally I started my lawn care company with $300, dude. I bought a Walmart weed eater, a Walmart push mower, couldn't afford a leaf blower or like a backpack blower, so I was push brooming off the sidewalks and driveways when I was done mowing them. Like, I'm talking straight out the mud, as they call it. Like, I was getting it, knocking on doors. Hey, man, you need your yard mowed? I remember I went to the Dodge dealership. Guy's like, you realize that's like 3/4 of an acre out there? I was like, yes, sir. He's like, you got a push mower? I was like, yes, sir, and I'll be here every week to take care of this for you. Whatever, man. And I did it. But you can't belittle yourself and not start. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta start wherever you're at, man. Mm-hmm. That's what most people don't get. They just feel bad for themselves, and then they're like, oh, well, it ain't gonna work for me. I can't.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. Well, I would do it when I get here. Start when I'm over here on this level. Start wherever you're at, man.
Right. I shot a little quick clip last night telling people that you can get the life that you want with the life that you have. Not necessarily having to have all of this fancy equipment or a bunch of finances, but I do believe that you can get the life that you want with the life that you have. Like, for example, me and my lady, like, we had so much stuff around the house that this is gonna blow your mind. And I was like, I got so much stuff around the house that's just sitting there. So me and her gathered up some stuff and we start selling it. And people are like, you know how you put it on Facebook Marketplace? Yeah. People are like, what are you doing? You going broke? And I was like, nah, man, I'm cleaning out my closet. Between the both of us, I'm pretty sure I didn't get the exact amount of what she made. Man, I ended up putting 18 grand in my pocket from junk in my house. Like shoes, clothes, and I just nickel and dime it all out.
Yeah,
but
man.
You can get the life that you want with the life that you have. There's some stuff laying around somebody's house that they can sell.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, here's the other things, like, especially if you live in a bad neighborhood, like, go buy the little peephole things, man. Go door to door. Them things are like $1.50 a piece. Get you a drill. That's all you need. You know what I mean? It's like,
make people peepholes?
Not gonna, like, hey, man, you know we don't live in a good neighborhood. You want one of these peepholes? I put it in right now. $5, bro. Next door. You know what I mean? Like, hey, there's so many ways to make money, and like, what are you getting paid for to drill a hole and put a peephole in? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, people want to think of why they can't. Here's the problem with that. That's pessimism. The problem with the pessimist is he shows up to the meeting with 10 ideas of why it ain't gonna work. Mm-hmm. You don't understand. You only need one. You only need one idea why it won't work. But people go so deep in that hole that they're like, oh man, it ain't gonna do it. versus trying to figure out how can I make it work with what I got right now. That's resourcefulness, man. That's entrepreneurship too.
For sure.
That maybe sometimes that hustle is being resourceful and looking at what you got and seeing what you can make out of it.